What's up, guys? My name is Harry Rice. Welcome back to the channel. And today is the first day of 25 Days of Harry. That's right, it's December 1st. And I thought, what better way to start off the month than doing some NHL related content or some hockey related content in general. Today, it's obviously day one. And I thought, why not start it off the right way and start off the hockey videos the right way? Then explaining my history as an NHL fan or a hockey fan. Pretty much NHL because that's the only hockey I watch right now. Yeah, I'm going to explain the first season that I watched and pretty much go through there. So the first season that I ever watched for hockey was the 2015-16 season. Um, it was actually the season that the Canadiens went 10-0 to start their season, and then they lost Carey Price, and then proceeded to miss the playoffs with, I want to say it was 70 points or 80 points. I think they ended up winning like 30, 36 or something. They were below 500 for sure. And of course, 15-16 is the first year the Pittsburgh Penguins won the Stanley Cup in the salary cap era, or the second time in the salary cap era, excuse me. Um, it's funny because that first season, with the Canadiens, once they went 10-0, I was like, oh my god, yeah, we're going to go 82-0. And that's not possible, but the Canadiens started off on such a hot streak, and then Price was out for the rest of the season, and it just went downhill from there. I mean, we had a good squad. We had Markov, we had Pacioretty, we had Plekanec, we had Radulov. No, we didn't have Radulov at that point. Um, I want to say we had Desharnais still. We had Weiss, I think. Either that or we might have just traded him to Philly. But yeah. It's something that kind of sucks when it's your first year watching hockey, is having your team, in my case the Canadiens, miss the playoffs after starting the season on such a hot note. But I mean, hey, you gotta, if you're a Canadiens fan, you gotta be used to getting let down by now. And then, of course, the Penguins. It was the 2016 finals. That's where I really became a Penguins fan. It was from Game 6, actually, in San Jose. I was at a friend's house the night of Game 6. I was sleeping over at his house. And Game 6 just happened to be on downstairs. And while it was on, we went down there to watch the final, the final 2, 3, 5 minutes or something like that. And the Penguins were up 3-1, I think. I want to say it was 3-1 or 3-2. I'm pretty sure it was 3-1. And the San Jose Sharks pulled the goalie with about 4 minutes left. And I watched the Penguins score the empty netter, and I think I'm pretty sure it's because I saw the Penguins up 3-1. Not even in the series, just in the game. I was like, yeah, I want the Penguins to win because I like their colors as well, black and yellow. And of course, they had Sidney Crosby. I had heard about Sidney Crosby, and by the way, this is all unscripted, so my apologies if I start rambling or anything. But Sid, and then I saw the Penguins win the cup. I didn't see the cup ceremony or anything because I think we turned it off right after the Penguins won. It was like, all right, Penguins won, boom, turn it off. I don't even know if my friend's family hated the Pens, or was just like, all right, we saw the Penguins win, and then boom, and they had no interest, but yeah. But yeah, and that's where my love for the Penguins came from. Yeah, the 16-17 season, it was a good one. It was a good one. I didn't watch too many games from that season, from what I can remember, I don't think. Um, but from what I do remember, we moved like partway through the season, or I think right at the beginning of the season, I think. Um, but yeah, that season I can't remember it too much, but I think that season is actually where I became a Leafs fan. That season, it's really just where I was like, you know what? Yeah, I like Toronto. I like the Leafs. They have a cool jersey. They have some cool colors. I'll root for them. I don't even remember what game it was I started rooting for them, but all I know is I did start rooting for the Leafs during the 16-17 season. And yeah, and during the 16-17 season, of course, that's obviously also where the first and only playoff series I've seen the Canadiens in up to this point was the Canadiens and Rangers that were in. It was a 6-game series, And funny, I'm actually recording this after the Canadiens' last game was that 6-5 embarrassing loss to the Rangers. Um, but I remember that series, the Canadiens and Rangers series. Game one did go to the Rangers, and I was really mad. And then I watched game two, and when we scored the game tying goal with like 18 seconds left, I'm pretty sure it was Radulov or Markov. I'm pretty sure it was Radulov. But once we tied the game, I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And then we went to overtime, and the Canadiens took it, and that was really cool. And then, of course, the Rangers took the 3-2 series lead going back to Montreal. Because I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure Montreal was actually second seed in the East that year. So, yeah. Game 6 would have been in New York then. Game 6 would have been in New York. And then I remember I actually cried, like, very slightly when the Rangers won. I was like, okay, we lost. And it wasn't like I was full on crying. It was just tears, really, which is kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I was like, was I crying or was it just tears? I say I was crying just because clickbait would be good if I were to title that video, but I'm not because it's 25 Days of Harry. But yeah, once the Rangers took out the Canadiens, I was like, okay, yeah, I think I'm done watching hockey for the year. And then I ended up watching, and we ended up moving partway into the playoffs, or we ended up moving during the finals. Yeah, we moved during the finals, which was Penguins and Predators. And of course, that was the series the Penguins won. They took the first two games. They dominated They dominated the Predators. I believe Predators dominated game three. But the Penguins took the 3-2 series lead going to Nashville because the Penguins would have had home series advantage in game seven. Um, and in Nashville, the Penguins won, and I watched it. And I was like, "Yes, that's two in a row!" And immediately, I was like, "Three-peat," as everyone else was. The Penguins could three-peat, and they really could have. Penguins really could have three-peated if Capitals had gotten more calls on them. But that's for next season. And then I heard that Vegas was getting an expansion team, and from the minute that they were announced or that I knew about them, I was like, "I'm gonna cheer for Vegas." And of course, I'm a Habs fan number one. But if I had to rank them, I would have them be Canadiens, Knights, Leafs, Rangers, Penguins at this point right now. Um, but yeah, the Penguins, the Knights, the Golden Knights, Las Vegas Golden Knights. I remember when they were at the expansion draft. I was even telling my dad. I was even telling him, what if the Golden Knights win the Stanley Cup in their first season? I genuinely was telling my dad, what if this team is able to go to the Stanley Cup final and win? And he was like, that's never gonna happen. They're not gonna make the playoffs this first season. And yeah, the 2017-18 season, I remember the Golden Knights' first ever game. Technically, it was a preseason game. They beat the Vancouver Canucks. I want to say it was 9-2. And it's funny because I didn't mind the Vancouver Canucks, but Vegas, because they were scoring a ton of goals, I was like, yeah, let's go Vegas. And they won 9-2 in that game, and that was pretty much just like foreshadowing what the rest of their season would look like. They finished, I want to say it was second in the West. It might have been first, but I'm pretty sure it was second. And yeah, that first year they took out LA in the conference final. Oh no, so they finished fourth then, because I'm pretty sure it was Kings were seventh and Vegas was second. So they swept the Kings in the first round, which was a very very tight series. Um, and then I want to say they took out the Jets in round two. No, they didn't take out the Jets. I forget who they took out. Oh, they took out the Sharks. They took out the Sharks in the second round. I'm pretty sure they took out the Jets in the conference final, and then they got taken out by the Capitals in five. Which still, even to have more playoff success than the Capitals, um, in their first season than the Capitals had until that season, that's that's pretty. That has something to say about your team, your coach, your GM, and all that. Um, and even when they made the finals, I was like, oh my god! Even if we lose here, how insane is it that Vegas made the finals in the first round? And then, of course, the Canadiens during that season, they were just tanking. They were awful that season. Ended up getting the third overall pick, drafting a bust in Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Yeah. They draft Jesperi Kotkaniemi, third overall. My apologies. Yeah. and that season was kind of bad. And then of course the season that just passed, the 18. Oh wait, no. Yeah, yeah. I was just talking about the 16-17. No, the 17-18 season. I think I'm pretty sure. The 18-19 season, that one that just finished up before this season. It was a good season for the Canadiens. They had a good team. Of course, we had Andrew Shaw. We still had no, the first season that had Tatar, Domi, and I want to say our first season with a completely healthy Drouin, I think. No, I feel like Drouin might have been injured for a couple games, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, our first season without Galchenyuk and Plekanec, yeah, and Plekanec technically for a long time, and our first season without Pacioretty, giving the C, of course, to Shea Weber, who was out for the first 3 or so months of the season. It was a really good season. The fact that we missed the playoffs by 2 points, and the fact that we were only down on the Leafs by 4 points, which means we would have faced the Bruins in the first round, and everyone knows how well Canadiens and Bruins is for the Habs. Um, yeah, that season really is what was like, all right, we can absolutely make the playoffs, and this season thus far, it's looking a little iffy. I mean, as of recording this, we just lost 4 in a row. After the Bruins game, the Bruins game there's another Bruins game tonight as I'm recording this and as you're watching this, actually. Um, and since this is going up on the first, live reaction to the Bruins Habs game is probably going to be live around 6:50, by the way, if you're watching this then. Um, yeah, so yeah, that's the thing. Um, that's hopefully how this season goes. We make the playoffs. We somehow win the Stanley Cup. I doubt we can, but I'm pretty sure I'll be happy, very happy if we do. Uh, yeah, that's really my journey as an NHL fan. It's been filled with a lot of disappointment from all my teams except the Penguins and the Knights because they made the finals. I count that as success. Um, the Rangers haven't gone anywhere really. I don't even know what really made me. It was Henrik Lundqvist. Henrik Lundqvist really made me a Rangers fan. Him and of course Brendan Lemieux. Brendan Lemieux is a great talent and he's really good. And Matt Zuccarello. I really liked Matt Zuccarello before he went to Dallas. Now in Minnesota, I think he's in. I'm pretty sure he's in Minnesota. So yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you for watching. I know the first video in 25 Days of Harry, this one wasn't entirely exciting, but I'm pretty sure as the series continues, you guys are gonna really like the videos I have planned. I have a great lineup of content lined up, especially on the final day. I think anyone's gonna really enjoy the final video I have. It's gonna be probably quite long. I hope. I'm hoping it's gonna be a longer video, but you never know. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share everything, which includes what's not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harry Rice. Subscribe to on Puff Club. Subscribe to on the HD Club. Shout out to my dope ass moderator Jesse for getting me this badass webcam that I've been using for about 2 or so months now. Hopefully he's in the chat at this point. Yeah, links in the description on my Twitter and my Twitch. Obviously, my Twitter I don't use too much unless I want to talk about something that's trending. I've been using it more often now, actually. I've been using it a little more frequently in the past few weeks. On my Twitch, I don't use it all right now because I got to figure out how to use OBS with Twitch and not make it lag like crazy, though probably has something to do with my internet. Of course, my Amazon wishlist is down in the description, and I'm going to technically, announce for the first time in the video, actually, because I've said it on streams before. But on December 25th, I will be doing a Christmas live stream. After, of course, the final video in 25 Days of Harry goes up, I'll be doing a Christmas stream, and any packages that I receive that are from the Amazon wish list will be saved and opened live on stream from December 1st to December 25th. December 24th, because I'm pretty sure the 25th is like a weekend. So, any that are received in the month of December up until the 25th, which after that point it's just late, if it was intended. But no, it's it'll be a Christmas live stream. If there's no packages, it'll still be a fun little dope Christmas stream for anyone that wants to come in. If there are packages, they of course will be opened. Any received in the month of December will be opened on stream, and it'll be fun, I think. And of course, my letterbox is in the description. That's where I rate and review movies. I mostly rate them. Sometimes I give reviews, not too often though. So yeah, if you want to see where I lie on what movies I love, what movies I don't like, hint, spoiler, bad comedy will really get you a big dislike from me. Um, then check out the letterbox because I pretty much rate every single movie I've seen. I have a couple. I have a bunch I'm probably going to be watching in the month of December, I think. So, yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's going to do it, guys. My name is Harry Rice. Thank you all for watching. Again, my name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Peace.